Okay, there we go. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Coffee and Art in the Morning. It's Friday, and I don't usually stream every Friday, but I can occasionally, and today's one of those days that I can. So I'm going to try, I'm going to show you a new color book. I'm going to maybe catch up a little bit on my wolf. And then I also have remember this one from the Look color book by Suwa. We did a picture with here, let me see here it is. We did a marker test with the Hoo Hoo Hero markers. It's a little flashed out. When I go to do the project, I'll readjust the lighting. But I wanted to do this one today. If we get time, we'll see how time goes. If y'all remember, a while back I got the set of skin tone Copics at Michael's with a 50% off coupon. And there is a 50%, if you are on their mailing list, there is a 50% off coupon now. No one's sponsoring me or anything. I'm just giving y'all a tip. They keep them, locked up under lock and key up at the front. So you just tell them which one, set you want. And they'll unlock them for you. But there's a 50% off coupon now. So if you did want a set of skin tones, I think I might have one extra one here. 1, 2, 4, 6. Oh, maybe not. I think there was 8 in the set. Anyway, so I got this a while back at Michael's. So I thought about trying to maybe use these on her skin, and then maybe my Holbees to color pencil as well. No, I'm gonna yeah, I'm gonna use the Copic skin color set that I got. Actually, Hubster got these for me. I think it was somewhere around Christmas. He got these. I don't even remember when, on a 50% off coupon. So I need to use them because he gave them to me. Hey, Melody. And then I think I might use my Holbees on as a penciling accent. We'll see. That's a plan if we get to this. We'll get to it eventually if we don't get to it today. But I do have that in the mix. Yeah. Don't make me buy. I know, Janet. Well, you and Eileen made me buy the magical powder spray things, and I'll probably get them next week. I ordered 3 sets. Oh, good, you got your lettering. You're welcome, Melody. You're welcome. Just a little something. Okay. So anyway, I wanted to show you. I got this book from Tammy, who happens to be Laura's mod on the Facebook group. And if y'all don't know, she comes in here too, but that's where y'all might know her from. Anyway, she got me this book, the Vintage Adult Coloring Book, Women and Flower Designs for Relaxation and Mindfulness. And it is by a compilation right here, Kyoto Sakura. And yeah, so I'm going to show it to you real quick. I don't know if Laura has this and she's shown it. I don't know that I've seen it flip through. I'm not sure. Maybe. So I'm just going to do a quick, let me kind of tilt it up just so the flash on the light's not on it. They're one-sided pages, which that means when I color them, I will cut them out and either use them in my one of my art journals. Y'all know I have one specific art journal. I have a napkin journal where I use color book pages, and I also have an art journal that's just a general mixed media journal. One of my Dilutions that I use color book page girls and faces and, well, birds, anything. And so I use it for that. And so that's what's nice about one side. I almost did this page, but I'll show you the one I'm started. So yeah, they're really pretty. See, and they would be easy to cut out. A little too girly for Laura. Yeah. There's one with the apple. And yeah, so I would use them in a mixed media project, So I'm not sure who I saw flip it. Or maybe I didn't see this exact book. Maybe I just saw the cover. I like this one too. That one's pretty with the little bird. I won't show you. Let me put my, I'm going to put my black cardstock over the one I'm working on. So that'll show you that one last. I'll show you that, the one I'm halfway done. Well, I'm more than halfway done with it, actually. Okay, so I'm going to cover that one up. And the paper is kind of thin. You can see where it kind of wrinkled a little on the back. It's kind of thin, and it almost kind of has like a little bit of a it's not exactly newsprint feel, but it kind of has a newsprint feel. So if you really wanted to like do a water-based page or something more elaborate, I would recommend printing this out, just like I would Bennett Klein. Print them out on nicer cardstock. You know, there's a Frida. Yeah, isn't it pretty? So thank you so much, Tammy. I like that one too. Black cardstock tricks with Dede. Yeah. And so, yeah. So here's the one that I am working on right here. I'm doing her a dark-skinned girl. And yeah, I really like her. I use white Posca to accent her glasses. And I still I want to do one more layer. I will say this, with I use Prisma, and you can't get as many layers on this paper as you may like to get. Even with light layers, it was very, it built up really quick on this paper. Yeah, the layers of wax built up pretty quickly on this paper. So I got, maybe I might be able to get one more layer to smooth her skin a little bit more, but that's it. So yeah, so I'll end up when I'm finished. And again, if you want to cut out any pages, let me go ahead and try to zoom in one. If you want to cut pages out of your color books, you want to finish them. You want to color them all first. Okay, let's see. And let's refocus. So, yeah. So, can you kind of still see her skin needs a little bit more blend? Hey, Chatty Natty. So, yeah. But I really like her. So other than another layer on her skin and the flowers in her hair, and then I'll cut her out and put it in. This book is the Vintage Adult Coloring book. Here's the author, or the artist here. So yeah. That's what I got done in this. And then, y'all know I've been working in Mythomorphia. And I've been working on well, I have two things I'm working on, actually. I'm working on the snow scene, which I really think, guys, I've done enough filming of this one. Yes. No, the glasses were already on her, Janet. Let me go back to her. I did go over them with black and then added white Posca highlights. See the white there? I added that. That wasn't there. They were just black glasses. So just kind of added the highlights. And I did add extra highlights in her eyes. You know, I added extra. Her nose, she didn't really have a nose. She just had nostrils. And then added some lips, a little bit more on her lips. I fluffed up her eyebrows. What else did I do? So yeah. So make your color books your own. Make it your own. So I don't think I'll do any more filming of this one because I think I've got it far enough. I have 2 parts, and I think I've got it far enough where anybody that wants to know how to do snow could follow it. Because I'm going to just have to do the same thing to these trees and then just color in, you know, the creatures and all that. I do have stickles. Let's see if I can get it to right there on the mountains. You can see it shine there, and in the river. There in the river. Okay. And if you want, you could, and I might, when I'm completely done, add a little bit more stickles on the tree on the light side here, just where, because it's a sunset scene. So I will probably want to add, thank you, New York Crafter. Hey, Coloring Mom. So I want to just put a little bit of twinkle on this side. And then when I finish these trees on this side, where the light is twinkling on it. But I think I've filmed enough on this one for anybody to, and when I finish it, I post pictures. I post them on, I have a color book album on Facebook, and you don't have to follow me or me follow you. It's a I made my color book and my art albums public, so you can go look at them. No Posca in her hair. This one, yeah, I'm getting questions. Oh, and by the way, if you're watching this on YouTube, this is a live show on Ustream.tv with a live chat, mostly awake audience. No Posca in her hair. How I did her hair was I did a complete blue. I wanted her hair to be like blue-black, so I did a blue slate hair. I got my pencils laid out here for my projects. And then shaded with black. And then blended with, again, with the blue. So it's blue, black, blue. And that's all that's in her hair. There's no white or anything in her hair. So, yay, Elizabeth. So anyway, I probably won't film any more of this, but I will post pictures. Like I said, my Facebook album is public for color books, portraits, my Gold Rush portraits, my fan art portrait. My art is public on Facebook. But then I also try to post, you know, when I get finished with something, I try to post it on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. So when it gets done, I'll post pictures of it. So this, and then I also finished this side. I have not finished this side, but this side's done. And I've not posted a picture of this yet because I think I'm going to wait till I finish him so I can post them both. Although this is kind of a standalone to me, this side, even though the background carries over. I don't think I'm going to put any of the same colors as I have in her, in the fairy tree. I don't think I'm going to put any of those same colors in him, but the background ties them together. And then the one I'm working on now is the werewolf. And I have done 2 parts of this already, so I think I'm going to work on him for about an hour or so, you know, maybe a little longer, we'll see. Work on him, and then so that I think I'm really far enough along for everybody to see. You know, I might do a tree here to show y'all how I'm going to do the tree. But as far as everything else, maybe the moon, everything else, it's all going to be the same. In other words, I've colored all these bats. So I could sit here and color some more bats and birds, and it's going to be exactly the same thing that you've already seen me do. Same thing for his fur. I am going to go ahead and work down the legs here. And remember, on the tops, at the very end, after you do all your fur, I added a little bit of gold paint. There you go. And it's just craft paint. It's just Americana Deco Art gold craft paint. I'm just adding the gold on top of the brown. So it kind of is going down the back of his back, and that's as far as I got on it. But you don't want to add that gold until you're finished with the penciling, because the metallic paint, let me reach over here, the gold metallic paint is shiny, and if you use a gloss or satin acrylic paint, your pencils are not going to go over it. Shalene, the one with the girl is the vintage. And I did a flip through. I did record it. Okay, so now I think what I want to do, I'm going to take some black cardstock just to put behind. You want to try to do that just for the sake of pencil pressure, even though if you don't bear down or anything, it's just best to have something behind so you're not denting your next page. So yeah, so we're going to work on this for a little. Let me kind of move my light just a little closer and hopefully it won't get a flash. There we go. So if y'all have any questions, let me know. Put them in caps. Again, this is a live show on Ustream. And so if you're watching on YouTube and it gets to be tedious, just fast forward. Okay, so now I'm going to get my dark brown. Let's get, that's Tuscan red. Where's my dark? Here's mine. I'm going to start working in some of the more, you know, shading some more. The dark gray. I think I'll get my light gray and blend those two. I do need an ochre color, and I'll just go with that for now. So I'm going to sharpen them up right here. Hey, Nomadic Rose. It's been a while since I've seen you. You're welcome, Shalene. So thanks, everybody. Hey, Kiggles. I'm sure I've missed some people. Thanks for popping in. Friday morning. Like I said, some Fridays I can stream, some I can't. And I was able to today. It's my dark gray. You just had a vanishing card. Okay, that's the gray. I need my dark brown. Ah, here it is. Is that my dark brown? Yeah. Okay, so I got a dark gray. Well, I'll tell you the colors, but it may not be the exact colors I used last time. I have a stack of all the ones I've been using, but it's, you know, as long, for me, as long as it's, I can tell if it's too off, I'll pick another one. But I have a 90% cool gray, and then a medium. Let's see, this is, I think, 30%, 70% warm gray, and that's probably not going to work. I don't know. We'll see. I think I'd rather have my cool gray. Here, let me go to this cool gray. The cool grays are a little more blue, and the warm grays are a little bit more brown. Hey, Aaron. So then that's cool gray 70%. Then I have ochre or a sienna, and then dark brown and a light gray, which is 30%. Oh, that's not the right light gray I want either. I want that one. Switching up my grays. Okay. Yeah. Sharpen. You like the surprise? Yeah, Fridays are always iffy for me. I almost cannot tell if I'm going to stream on a Friday till Friday. So it's just hard to plan a Friday. But if y'all are watching this on YouTube, I do stream every Monday and Wednesday, 9 a.m. Eastern, and then the occasional Friday, sometimes a surprise Saturday. Just depends on how much stuff I gotta do. All right, so now I think we're light enough. If y'all tell me if you think so. And so I've been working down here on his face, and oh, and I also need my yellow ochre. Where's my yellow? Or I think I was using goldenrod, so to blend in some of the gold color. Now again, you got to do all this before you put the gold on top. I went ahead of myself on that first stream and put some gold on it just so I could show you guys, you know, how I was going to do it until I got back to this. But yeah, so I'm just going back and forth and kind of just shading in the fur, and it's all the same, just like I did all those bats. So yeah, I'm gonna get a little bit darker in some of those areas, not too much, just a few, and you can follow the shading that's already there by Kerby. Kerby's already shaded for you. And remember, if you shade somewhere else or color something different than what Kerby drew, He's not going to email you and tell you you did it wrong. Don't be a frettin'. You're the boss of your color book, like I always say. Don't be. He's not going to email you and tell you you're doing it wrong. I haven't really done that much. I mean, this is the first project thing I'm working on so far, Aaron. We've been here about 20 minutes, so you hadn't missed much. I just did the flip through that color book that Tammy sent me. So thanks again, Tammy. All right, so I'm just going to kind of pick out some shading. Oh, okay. Aaron said there's a Morphia May hashtag for completed works on Instagram in May for all of Kerby's color alongs. So if you're in a, I'm not in any color alongs. I do well to get a completed page. And because another thing, my way of doing all of Kerby's books is to do a little bit, and then I might move on to another page. This one's got a wash started. There's the intros started. And then over here on a, you know, working on a more detailed thing. So my way of doing the Kerby books, all three of them, Mythomorphia, Anamorphia, and Mythomorphia, the way that I'm doing all of them is coloring a little here, a little there. And my reasoning for these books is these are 3 books I want to finish completely. But it's going to take a long time, especially since I color other books as well. So, yeah. And if I get tied down to one page and say, oh, I can't move on till I finish that page, it's not happening, people. So I do better just to go do a little here, a little there, and then I'll come back to it. And that's just the way I roll with it. So, you know, every now and then we'll do a completed page from start to finish, like a Bennett Klein or something that's really detailed. And I always use the example of the oh dear picture that we took 10 parts to complete. But, you know, it's just time, guys. You know, I stream probably an average of 10 hours a week, and we still don't get nothing done. You know, we still don't get anything done, even though we stream 10 hours at least a week. Right? So, and then the other thing I want to try to do here after I work on this for a couple hours or so is I don't know if did I record that I wanted to do this? I wanted to work on, I printed out a girl out of the Look color book by Suwa, and we did another one last week where we played with the Hoo Hoo Hero markers. And y'all know that I got this set. Hubster bought this for me, I think Christmas time or something. And it's a skin set of Copic chows. And so the brush tip. So I kind of wanted to play with that with her, and then maybe use my Holbein pencils for shading. So yeah. So if you have any questions for me, put them in caps. I stick around. Well, you know, because there's so many color books that we love, and we want to work on all of them. So what? Work on all of them. Work on a little one here, a little there. I try to get as far as I can on a page, because I'm all about the ideas, guys. I'm not here to teach. Although people will learn things from what I do, but I'm not a teacher. I'm just demoing what I like to do, and ideas. So if I can show you the ideas, that's really what I'm about, the ideas. And then you can take them and do what, you know, add your own to it. All right, let me do this one bat here, and I need my black because I'm going from black to light gray. Is that black? Yeah. And because he's right here on top. So let me get this little bat done. You see, I've already done a whole bunch of bats here. You skip around your books too button? Yeah. I think all of us do. you know. Now, my thing is, I don't like to post, and there's nothing wrong with it. People post works in progress all day long. And I'll do it at the end of a show, like a little thumbnail or something for thanks for being at my show. But I don't post any works in progress in my folders or albums or color book, you know, until they're done. That's just me. I mean, I'll post them on Twitter at the end of the day, like, you know, this is what we worked on, and I'll post a little section. But I don't post like work in progress in my albums and things. I wait till I'm done with that full page before I post it. That's just the way I roll. I think one of the reasons I like to do that is because it makes me finish pages, and also if I start posting works in progress everywhere on 20 different books I'm working in, I'll lose track. I'll lose track of what I've posted here, there, you know, because I post on Twitter, Instagram, of course I do YouTube, Facebook, you know. I'll forget where I posted works in progress, so I don't. I wait till they're done. Okay, let's see. There's another little bat right here. Let's get that one. Just because they're sitting right on top of him. But, you know, there's no right or wrong way to color. You do it what makes you happy. Trying to get a little in the ditch there. And what encourages and motivates you. You know, if posting works in progress motivate you to work on them, then by all means, post away, because you want the motivation, you know, to keep working on them. And then I also like to watch. Without laser, I would be MTP all over. You're all over the place too, Erin. Yeah, nothing wrong with that, but you can keep up with it. You know, I just don't. I can't. You know, because I post so many things. Because that's not only just color books. I post mixed media, collage, art journals, portraits. You know, because that's what I do when I'm not here. I'm working on portraits when I'm not streaming. You know, I mean, I work on a color book here and there, but what I usually do when I'm working on a color book is I'll leave one open on my desk. So I might have this one just sitting on my desk, and I'll just work on it. You know, I'll have my pencils, or I'll pick up a pencil and do a bat, and then, you know, do something else. You know, so I'm always working on something. All right, let's see. Let's go back over here. I might as well do these 4 little bats. I mean, I got to get a nice sharp pencil here. Hey, Moomy, how you doing? So let's kind of sharpen him up. I don't know where his head must be behind here. And it's, you know, I'm doing black bat on a black background, so I got to leave some white, like, shine on him so you can see him. You can't just color a, you know, solid black bat on a black background, or he'll go bye-bye. So, okay, so one of the things I was going to do is I was going to ask y'all a question and kind of just, you know, have for a conversation starter, conversation. I do have those little cards. Remember those conversation cards that I used a few years ago? I don't know if I ever used them on YouTube. But I have these little cards. I'm trying to, let me just put it think in my head where I put them. Here they are. Chat pack, and we'll talk about this in a minute, because I already have a question in my head to ask, so I don't need that right yet. But these are questions for spark conversation. But I had a question already in my head that I thought I want to ask the girls this, and guys. I mean, every now and then we have a guys here, but mostly it's girls. See, I'm leaving a little bit of white around the bat, and then I'll go with the light gray or a lighter gray and kind of blend that in. And you can kind of, because this has got black paint, I can kind of carry down some of those little points like that, and they'll show up because of the acrylic paint. Maybe make his head a little bigger. Okay, so here's the question. Now, I know I'm not, y'all are all going to start answering the question real quick. or start talking about it, and I won't see every answer. But, you know, you guys can, you know, amongst yourselves, converse about it. So, here's the question. I wrote it down. What would you, your present age, yourself at your present age, tell your 18-year-old artist, creative self? What would you tell your if you could tell your 18-year-old self anything that about, just that's the question right there. Y'all just take it for what it is and tell me what y'all would tell your 18-year-old self. And I'll try to watch the chat and maybe, you know, relay some of the answers. See how I kind of made that bat a little bigger and pulled the wings down? So you can add your own little, you know, bits. You don't have to leave it just the little tiny bat that it was. Make it, you know, make it your own. I don't know if that's a bat or a, might be that. It could be either one I want it to be, but watch what Dede does. Y'all put your answers in caps if you're telling me, because they'll roll by. Shalene said to keep drawing and don't stop. I stopped right after high school. I won't say anybody's age, Shalene. And I mean, yeah, y'all probably don't care, but you know. Moomy said practice, practice, practice. Janet, make more time to art. Button, take risk. Don't listen to other people. Do what you like and what makes you happy. I'm not that far from 18. Good one, Dazzled. Good one, Dazzled. Oh, my goodness. What would you tell your 12-year-old self, Dazzled? Do it with passion. New York said, great question. Still working on encouraging myself. Debbie, go to art school or architectural degree instead of going the safe route. Blue Twinkie said, practice art, not marry your first husband. Blue. Oh my gosh. Darken Lady said, draw every day. Marilyn said, ignore the pottery teacher who made fun of your candy dish. Oh, Marilyn. Oh my gosh. I guess that would probably be a great tip for any teenager. If you do not have an encouraging art teacher, just, you know. Now, some art teachers will push you. There's nothing wrong with, you know, pushing your students to do better, if you, especially if you know that they really love art and are going to work on it a lot. You can push them, but at the same time, if you're a good teacher, then you want to encourage them enough not to give up. Yeah, Magda, don't give up. Save all your art and keep creating. Yeah, Nomadic Rose. I kept a lot of it, but I've moved 30 times in my life in military families. You know, I grew up in the military, and then I married the military, so it was kind of, you know, I didn't keep everything. I kept a lot, but not everything I wish I coulda, or shoulda, or woulda. Arctic Elizabeth from Norway says, find and learn a creative, arty profession and do it for a living. Tell my 12-year-old self to actually pick up a pencil. There you go, Dazzled. Miss Kim said, art is not only about realistic drawing, just enjoy the color and play with art. Moomy says, watch lots of YouTube art videos. Well, back probably when, well, there wasn't Moomy. Our 18-year-old self didn't have it, but now watch lots of videos, yeah. TNT artists, don't quit art school, be brave, don't go home because I'm scared to be myself. Oh, TNT. Embrace your own style. That's from Turtle Moon. Aaron said, I honestly have no idea. Start drawing maybe because I'm only a quarter good as I could be, I suppose. Scooby, you don't have to be an artist to do art. Art doesn't stop with childhood. Very good, Scooby. Very good. So, yeah, there's some of the answers. Good answers, guys. Good answers. But I mean, it's a question that everybody can ask themselves, you know, and then maybe you can, you know, grow from that answer, because there's nothing stopping you from doing what you just told your young self. There's nothing stopping you from working towards that. Trying to be afraid of being judged by others. It makes you not try. That's true. And you know, I've been blessed to have encouraging hubster and family members, and I do realize not everybody has that. So I think my thing I would tell any young person actually is you have to love it. Whatever you want to call it, a talent or a gift. People have different ways of saying what you think you're born with. I call it a love of something, a love of creativity. I believe everybody's born with a love of something creative, from a computer programmer, a musician, an artist, whatever, a writer, a poet, whatever you are. I don't necessarily think you're born with a talent. Of course, there's some people that come out of the womb playing piano. I mean, I know. But for the most part, I think people are born with a love of doing something. And because you love it so much, you're going to work at it. You're going to spend your time, your money, your energy on working to getting better at that thing that you love. So I think my thing would be is to tell young people, once you find what you love, and it could change. I mean, we tried all kinds of sports and different things with the kids and all different kinds of things. And they like some, they, you know, Boo loves sports, Cam loves art, my grandkids. And so, you know, it's just depends on what they discover that they love. And then once they discover what they love, as long as they're not totally like knocked down like a teacher like Marilyn that got a teacher that's, you know, discouraged her in pottery. But even so, if you love what you do so much, you're going to do it regardless of a crap teacher that told you couldn't do it. But you're going to have to find that motivation at some point in your life, whether it's when you're young or when you're older. You'll have to find that motivation within yourself and that love of that thing, even if you put it off until you're 50, 60, whatever age we all are in this room. You're going to have to rediscover that love, and then realize, though, you do have to realize that it does take time and practice and effort to get better at anything that you love, that you're good at creatively. And, you know, you have to realize, you know, if you're 60, 70 years old, I mean, unless you're Grandma Moses and just like, you know, it's going to take time, and a lot of things, time and energy that, you know, you may only have so many years left to do. But there's nothing stopping you except your own lack of motivation, or like, oh, I'm already 40, 50, 60, whatever age you are. What's the point? Well, the point is if you love it, you're going to want to do it. It's like you can't not do it if you love it. You know, you just can't stop because you love it. Maybe you should have been a fashion designer, New York. You know? Anyway, so I'm just adding a little bit more areas where I know I want a little bit of gold accents, like right along here. And I'm going to need a little bit more. I need a little bit of brown shading in there before I put the gold on, the ochre color, goldenrod on top. And wherever I'm putting the goldenrod, that's where I'm going to add gold paint on top, like a translucent layer of gold paint, so that it just shimmers like this. See how he's shimmering? Yeah, well, you know, I know everybody has those negative voices in their heads. You know? Well, whatever works, Dot. Whatever works. Okay, so that was my question of the day. I mean, I want to pull out my little chat pack and let's find another question. But I want to keep working here. Do I want that to be light gray on the edges there? I think I do. I think I'm going to go in here. I still haven't decided if I want his claws red, and I mean, I think I want his tongue, because he's he's supposed to be a werewolf. You know, he's supposed to be, you know, pretty bad. If you had only one choice for washes, would it be Neo or? Well, that's a tough one. Somebody asked me if I only had one choice for washes, like background washes, and I'm assuming you mean in a color book. Because if I had to choose a medium for my collage, it would be acrylic paint and my art cards. But if I had to choose one for a color book, I love Neo Color 2 washes on the item, but I love my flat paints for the background. So if I went by the backgrounds, I'd have to say acrylic paint. If I went by the main focal image, I'd say Neo Color 2. So I use them both in the same piece. So it's not like I have to, you know, use one or the other. I'll use both. But to get this nice flat backgrounds, that's acrylic paint with no water. No water. Yeah, I like, for me, there's so many things that I enjoy doing, TNT. It's not that and I do finish, especially if they're commissions. I get my commissions done. And see how I'm pulling those hairs out myself? I'm making extra little hairs. They're not there, but I'm putting them there, just like I did those bat wings. The reason I can do this on top of this black is because that black is acrylic. You couldn't, if this was all colored with black pencil, you could not do that. You could not go on top of it like that. It wouldn't work. So that's why I like my acrylic paint backgrounds. So yeah, so you can add that extra fur. And I can do that everywhere. See, I can add that fur. Extra little poke out fur areas. Okay, so now I'm going to go to my medium gray and kind of just do a little blend in there. And there's no formula, it's just, and I try to stick to as few colors as I can in a color book. Now, because I use so many layers in portraits, you know, you could use 20 layers on a face. So my color books, to me, even though I want them to be very, like, you know, detailed and stuff, I'm still sticking to a minimum of colors here. And trying to, like, maybe it's kind of a challenge for myself personally to see how far I can push 2 or 3 colors. How many shades can I get in here with just a couple colors and then blend, you know, get in here and blend with just a few colors. I don't know. Maybe that, I'm just thinking that's in the back of my head. Maybe I just want to push the idea of a few. But when I do choose colors for my color books, I do try to pick like maybe 5 main colors. Yes, I do water down the gold, because if I didn't water down the gold, it would completely just be flat gold, right? You'd cover up all your detail. You got to water that down. Or, you know, if you don't want gold paint, get the gold, what do you call those? Winkastella. Get a gold Winkastella and do it, because it'll be translucent. But just test a little section. Like if you put your paint on a palette and water it down, and you do a little section, it completely covers it up, you know you don't have enough water, right? Just, you know, and the same thing with any of your mediums. if you're not sure what it's going to do in that particular color book, because trust me, every color book paper, you think it feels the same as all other color books. It's not. You need to test in the back of your book your same mediums that you use all the time, your neocolors, your acrylic, whatever you're using. You use them all the time, and you think you know them, and you know them well, but you don't know what they're going to do on that book. Is there much difference between neo wash and ink tints? Yes, there is. Ink tints, when it's dry, is ink, and it's more dense, it's more pigmented. And yeah, if I had to choose one between neos and ink tints, it would be neo. And let me stress, Neo Color 2 water soluble crayons. Neo Color 1, just plain old Neo Colors, are just wax crayons. They're not water soluble. So make sure if you want the water solubleness that we're all talking about, you have to have Neo Color 2. Paula was so funny. One time I think she had a bunch of Neo Color 2s in her little tin or whatever she kept them in, and she was doing a mixed media project, and she had one Neo Color 1 flesh tone mixed in with her water soluble ones, and she worked her butt off trying to get that thing to move, and then come to find out it was the one Neo Color 1 in with all her Neo Color 2s. Oh, okay, I want a little bit more hair kind of showing, so I'm just going to put my own in there. You know, just because you don't see a hair there doesn't mean you can't put them in. You can make them as hairy as you want. Okay, let me pull out of our little chat pack, which I haven't looked at in I don't know how long. Okay, so I think I can probably move on from his arm. Let's go back up to his shoulder. So you see, and I'm chatting and taking my time. You know, you all know that. Can ink tints be used with color pencil? Yeah, it can. If you don't dissolve them completely, you got to dissolve them completely, which is the point of them. To turn them into a non-movable medium, they have to be completely dissolved. For me, I like them for like a vibrancy in certain, like if it was a bright color and I wanted something really intense, then ink tints is good. I just don't use them that much because I love my Neo colors so much. Not that there's anything wrong with any of them, you know, they're all awesome. Okay, let's go up here and show. Oh yeah, I was going to go on the chat pack. How I'm going to do the spooky tree? Yeah, I want to come over here and start working on the tree. I might do it an odd color. I don't know yet. Oh, but speaking of color, let's go back to what I was starting to say. When I pick a color book page, I try to pick 3 main colors and 5, you know, all total 5 basic main colors to use, and then accent colors. You break all your Neos? Ones? Oh. Okay. Okay, so that's like, well, let me show you this, like this one. Okay, I did a green background because I wanted to tie both of them together and look like a forest. But she is 3 colors. Now, when I say 3 colors, like she's mint green, pink, and an orangey yellow. But that doesn't mean I can't use 3 shades of pink or 2 shades of mint. Or in this case, I used pencil and marker. I used pink, the Crayola super tip, and pencil. So I used a dark pink in the marker and then another pink Prisma to blend. Okay, but that's only 3 colors in this whole thing, other than the white. The dragon here, I went with a green, a blue, and a red. Now, there's multiple shades of green, a couple of shades of blue, 1 shade of red, but just kind of watered out. And then, of course, all the fog is, you know, white and lime mixed together, and, you know, maybe a little bit of yellow in there. But anyway, so, but the whole thing, see how it's only 3 colors? Essentially, it's only 3 colors. And so it makes the whole thing cohesive. Let me go over to, let me get this one here. In my Walk of Eden book that Laura sent me, I did a, of course my cactus was green, but again, I tried to find like 3 to 5 main colors, depending on, now, let me re-stress. When I did the Vintage Girls here, when I started this one, let me find her here. All right, right now she is pink, blue, and shades of dark. I wanted her to have dark skin. When I do these flowers, I could do 20 different colors in those flowers, and maybe it'll call for lots of colors in the flowers, right? But essentially the main colors I want to keep to like 3 to 5. Let me find my, where's my cacti? Where is it? Here. So that here it's a couple of greens, a different darker green, and what I did on this one, guys, is I went and looked up online what this particular type of cactus looked like. It's a lime and grass green. The spikes are yellow and white. These little bits, and of course that's real, you don't have to do it. I might do a purple cactus, you know, and then I would just have cut like 3 shades of purple and a yellow flower or something, right? So you can see the basic colors. The reason being is it makes the whole page cohesive, and this is probably the best example, is this page. Now this looks very yellow on camera for whatever reason. It's really a light lime, but it looks very yellow on camera. So this is really, it's just a light shader than the car, which, by the way, remember I was trying to think of Vega last week? I didn't have a Vega, I had a Pinto. And I don't know why I kept thinking that was in my head. It was a Pinto. Anyway, after my Trans Am car wreck. Anyway, another rabbit trail. So really this is not another color. It's actually just a lighter color of these lime colors, but it just looks yellow on camera. So here's my point. I have the raspberry, gray, and lime. Only 3 colors. Just different shades of them. 2 shades here, a 3rd shade of lime here. And then I went all over the page and spaced it out. So the raspberries, some in the background, some in the foreground. You know, the raspberries all spread out. The gray is in the tree. The gray is in this hanging moss, this tree. The gray is in the ducks. The green is in the leaves and the car, the duck bills and the duck feet. And these flowers over here. So it's like, if you can do that, compositionally, the whole thing will look cohesive. Now, granted, this is a very busy page compared to, you know, compared to the cactus, you know, obviously. And you're going to have more colors. So I still have to decide I'll probably decide on 2 more colors. Yes, that was the one, TNT. So I'm going to need to now have 2 more secondary colors. I have my 3 main colors. Now I need 2 more colors that I want to do more detail, and maybe the white of the camouflage tree would be that other color too. I haven't decided. So Anyway, back to our dragon. I mean, back to our werewolf. Okay, so let's do the chat pack. Fun question to spark conversations. So yeah, so what they are, it's a little pack of cards, and they're just little cards like this, like little question cards, right? A little chat pack. And I got these at Barnes & Noble some years ago. Years ago. I don't even remember how many years ago. And, you know, there's like a party game, you know, conversation starter. Now, I'm going to read them before I read them out loud because I'm not going to have controversial. We're not going to do any controversies here. Okay. All right. So they shouldn't be too bad, but I'm just pulled out a stack. Okay. The first one is, and I'll give everybody a few minutes to discuss it. Are you going to do the spring so it looks rusted? I don't know yet because rust color is so close to my raspberry red. If I did a rust, it would have to be like a green, like a verdigris rusty. I don't know. I haven't decided. Okay, so here's the question for y'all to discuss. No, I haven't, Abby girl. I have not. Hey, Tammy. Tammy, I showed, thanks again for the book. If y'all, I've already done a flip through, so I'm not going to flip through, but I will show again the girl I'm working on. This is the girl I'm working on, and I gave a little chat about how far I've got, what I've done, and what needs to be done. But thanks so much, Tammy. Okay, the question is, what is one trip you have never taken but would really like to take someday? One trip that you would like to take that you haven't. And while we're talking, I'm going to keep working. Y'all can just see what I'm doing while I'm chatting with you here. Okay, I need more dark. Whoops, broke it. Broke it. Yeah. I know, and I know I stream early for most people. Hey, Bloom. But I just find that it's, you know, I like to stream early. And I can stream all day most times if I want. RV across America, Jen said. And that's Reading with Pugs, Jen. Hey, Julie Topaz. We just asked the question, what is the one trip you have never taken but would really love to take someday? And I'll let y'all kind of talk about that while I'm getting a little darker color in some of these fur right in here. Travel from UK across North America, return via Oz and New Zealand. That's good. I think New Zealand would be just stunning. Button said RV across America. See all the silly tourist attraction like the largest ketchup bottle or ball of yarn. Button. Go see the Northern Lights. I've seen the Northern Lights in Alaska, Turtle Moon. Disney World. New York, European and UK trip, Debbie Epps. Nomadic Rose. Sicily, have relatives there I've never met. Shell, cruise from Patagonia to Antarctica. That sounds like something Gene Music Scrap would want to do. Valerie, roam and walk the steps walk in the what is it, the 7 things that Jesus, the 7 stages of the cross? Is that what it's called, Val, in Jerusalem? I would like to travel through Cajun country, Miss Kim. Cruise in the fjords, Mermaid Jan. Yeah, you need to talk to Arctic Elizabeth. New Zealand. Topaz said Italy and Ireland. GCB said I'd like to eat and drink my way through Italy. You know, if I could get past the I don't like to fly since 9/11 thing. My sister did a whole bunch of research on my grandma's, you know, my grandma that, you know, the one I'm drawing for Mom. I think it's her great grandmother or grandma. Jody's got all the research. She did all the, she's done ancestry research for, gosh, I guess 10 years. And I think they update it every couple years, so she was like at a point on Ancestry where they weren't going to update the next batch of records until the next year. I think they have now, so she might go further with that. But apparently my great grandmother, her name was Martha Stewart from Scotland. We didn't know that. Grandma didn't even know that. Jody had to research all that and find out. Oh, she found out so much stuff. Dazzle Desire, South Korea, Arctic, plenty of fjords around here. Looking out at one. I know. Awesome, Arctic. Hey, Vicky. Tokyo, Machu Picchu for Maryland. Yeah, Mom and Ken have done a lot of those cruises where they go. They haven't been to Machu Picchu, but they've done all like the Mexico and some of the, you know, I forget all where. They've done tons of cruises where you go out and you go to those pyramids and all. And they've done them a few times. I think Mom said, look, we've already done that one. I mean, we've already seen those kind of pyramids. Let's do something else. Of course, we lived in Alaska, and hey, Eileen. And we've done our fair amount of travel. I probably have been to over half the states, driving through or, whatever. I want that very light right there. Just a little bit of gold on that fur right there. Eileen, I mailed out your, Hubster, mailed out your blue fish today. So, see how it's kind of looking good with all the shading. And I'm just going back and forth with these same colors, keeping it kind of cohesive. Thought about putting a tat on him, but I think I'm going to pass on the tat. I'm almost going to lose this bat if I'm not careful. I need to kind of make him a little more prominent there. It could almost be a tattoo on his arm of a bat. So, yeah, I've been to Alaska, Hawaii, Mexico, Bahamas, Germany, Austria, and of course all through Canada, the Yukon, and all the states that encompass, going up there, California. Only been to New York to the airport when my sister and I flew to Germany. So that's doesn't really count if you want to say any sightseeing. You're welcome, Eileen. Thanks for being you, girl. Okay, so now that was that question. Let's move on to another question. Okay. If snow could fall in any flavor, what flavor would you choose? Everybody should have a quick answer for that one. All right, I need a little bit more gray in here. And I said I was going to work on him for about 2 hours. So, are we at 2 hours already? No, we're only at an hour. I was going to say, dang, but I do need to go get some coffee. Kimberly, I just traveled to Dick Blick in Savannah. What more do I need? You don't need. If you just went to, did you go to the big one on the river? The Blick on the river, Kim? Oh my gosh, I'm surprised you got out of there. Cam and I, they had to throw us a rope and drag us out, Julie Topaz, White Russian, candy floss, cheesecake, vanilla, so you could add anything to it, chocolate. I guess that's Java, banana, or going by your icy choices. You know what? It's been so long since I had an icy. Boo gets, they're not ices. They're called something else. When I was growing up, they were called ices, Aaron. You know, slushies, I think they might be now. Boo likes them at a certain gas station. Bye, coloring mom. Sleep well. Margarita. Scooby says she wants hers in margarita flavor. Chilled margarita. Okay, coconut cream for Miss Kim. I know, Kimberly. The Blick on the River. I mean, because I've done all the, well, I haven't done every touristy thing in Savannah, but we go to Savannah all the time. I have relatives there. But if I have a chance to go to a Blick on the River, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, Shells! Shells said Vegemite! Did you hear that, Janet? Vegemite! OMG, Shells. You remember Icy's, Vicky? Yeah. Slushies are what they're called now. Yeah. Yeah, Icy is a brand. Yeah. With the what you call it, bear on them. Yeah. Coffee ice cream for Eileen. Hey, Blue Moon. Addicted to strawberry lemonade from Sonic. Yeah. Boo, what is it that I forget what gas station it is. But there's a certain gas station that has them. That and it's probably just like, a Sonic brand thing where you just get those certain ones that you have good flavor. There's still, yes, there are still ices. Yeah. Yeah, I think I think the movie theater has it sometimes. Ices. I think our theater does. Yeah, Ices in Texas. Yeah, that's where I grew up, Blue. I grew up in San Antonio. My mom and Ken's sisters, they all live there. I would love, and I know Mom would love it too, Labor Day, September Labor Day, the what is it called? San Japan Anime Convention is in San Antonio. Labor Day. I think they're gonna still have it this year. They had it last year. I would love to go to San Antonio and go to San Japan and visit the family. But I don't know yet. We'll see. You know, not everybody does. Which I think is it somebody I know that they don't like because the ice hurts their teeth. The cold of the ice hurts their teeth. So yeah, you gotta. All right, so I'm going to add a little bit of the sienna kind of color in here on top of some of my gold that I've already got kind of worked in here, or my on top of my marigold color. I'm trying to keep on camera, guys, because I'm really zoomed in. Hey, Jess. So, okay, there's that question. Let's move on to another one. Again, I'm just going to keep doing the same thing here for a little bit. I'm going to work my way down this arm now. So I hope y'all are thinking it's looking good. I'm liking it. Let's do a little bit of more dark behind this shoulder here. It's a little touch of dark black, and then that wing needs a little bit more dark. And, you can take your time and just keep working in the fur. Gotta watch those slushies from Sonic. It'll give you a brain freeze. Yeah. Brain freezes. Hey, mermaid. Yeah. Okay, so here's what we got so far. You know what? I might go ahead and stop on the fur, even though I really want to do this arm right here, because I want to show you, I want to do a tree. And I really want to do the moon, too. Do I want to do the moon and this tree? I haven't decided on what color I want to do the trees. I'm thinking red and brown, but I don't know. He looks cool. Thanks, guys. Let me kind of... I'm really liking the bats. And, of course, there's a couple ravens in there, too. I still have a couple more birds to do. See, the birds are more up here. See all those birds? Look. I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more birds. All right, let's ask another question. Bye, Debbie. All right, let's see here. And I'm pulling them off the top. I'm just giving it a quick peruse. Okay, what is the most money you have ever found lying on the ground in a public place? The most money you've ever found lying on the ground in a public place. Bye, Scoobs. Thank you. Have a good weekend, too. I may stream tomorrow, guys. I don't know. We'll see. It'll be early, just like it is today, and before anybody else streams. The tree red and brown. Yeah, you want it in regular tree colors? Is that what y'all are thinking? I just would want to do it more on the red side because I don't want it to, like, I want him to stay. Let me go ahead and do a little bit of gold here just so I can kind of show y'all where I've, on some of the places. I'm just going to put out a drop. I mean, that's all you need. It's just a drop. J Love said that she found 100. Vicky's the most is 5. Never found any money. Kate. Oz said 50. Button said 20. What was the question? The question is, what is the most money you have ever found lying on the ground in a public place? And while y'all are saying that, let me grab a paintbrush. Oh, I never did talk about my paintbrush organization. I took a little break from the organizing videos to do a color book video today. I think Rach finished up her 10-day or something like that organizing. Yeah, I know everybody finds pennies, nickels, and dimes. Yeah. Kay said a whole month of wages in a purse somebody dropped. Would you believe it found with my friend? And we found it with her friend. You were 12. Oh. Elizabeth, $136. Nat, 100 Canadian. Okay, I'm just going to, I got water on my brush here. And I'm just going to kind of pull some paint out. And I want it really watery because I don't want to, I want to add the gold glow. I don't want to cover anything up. See, watch. Let me move this pencil. So here is, see the shimmer with the gold? But yet, if you don't see it just like this. So what I want to do is I want his shoulder to glow and right along those edges there. Every place I've finished, I want the gold fur to have a glow. Just the gold. I'm not putting it on the gray. Well, I mean, some of it might get on there, but I'm trying to keep it on the gold. I mean, on the ochre color, and where I put. Then I'll tilt it for you so you can see it. Kate said the other day I went to the self-checkout and someone forgot to take the cash back. It was 20. I gave it to the checker. Yeah. Because, they're going to come back. They're going to want it. They're going to come back. And I'm sure everybody, if they found a wallet with name in it or something, would turn it in. Okay, I'll ask another question here in just a minute. Let's just all water down. Right in here. Okay, so I'm going to stop now because, oh, wait, I can do a little bit on his back. I don't want to go anywhere where I haven't finished putting the shading because you can't pencil, whoops, you can't pencil, I mean, you could hard pressure some pencil on top of the gold paint, but you're not going to be able to blend. Okay, let's see. Did I get his foot? All right, let me rinse out my brush and I'll show you this. So here's where we have the gold on. So there's the werewolf. Now what? Wait for it. Wait for it. See? The shimmer on the shoulder and the gold in the fur. But I didn't put any on the gray. It's just on the ochre color. Now when I go to photograph this, and this is a tip if you're photographing your color book pages, I would recommend taking your main color, you know, if you have stickles or Winkostella, gold paint, anything shimmery, and you want to show that, you're going to have to take a main photo like this, where you can't see it, and then take a photo at an angle, like just take a side shot or something as a detail shot and post both pictures. So post one like this, like a side shot, and one like this, because when you photograph it like this, you're not going to see the shine on a photograph. So if you want people to see your shimmer, and I think for the moon, I'm going to go ahead and do it in blue or maybe red. I don't know, maybe a red moon. A red moon would be good, like a really, really red moon with shimmer. Or you know, some kind of Winkostella or stickles. Yeah, I know, right? He's like in the middle of transforming. Yeah. Okay, next question. Let me see, read it real quick. Okay, well, this asks all the different time periods. We'll just go with the top one. What is your favorite time of day? What's your favorite time of day? And then after that question, I gotta go. This is cold. I gotta get me some hot coffee. The blue would contrast with the yellow. Yeah, but it might conflict with the gray. See, I'm trying to make it kind of creepy. Well, you know what, though? I probably should do blue if I'm going to do his tongue. See, I think I'm going to do his tongue and his claws a red. Maybe even have some blood dripping off of his claws. So if I do blood and not drool, then the red will, you know what I mean? And especially if I'm going to do red in the trees. But a red moon would be very dramatic. Okay, Jen. Oh, Jen, I'm sorry, Jen, you were answering the question when the baby takes a nap. I'm sorry. I forgot about that question. Kay saying early morning when everybody's still asleep. Kate is, my favorite time of day is watching the stream. Oh, Kate, that's so sweet. We all love our stream time and our video watching time. I know that, no matter what time that is. Most of the time for me, oh, so hang on. Hang on, Siri. I said, what's your favorite time of day? Siri was answering me. Hello? Siri, I don't care what time of day you like. Oh my gosh. An hour before sunset, nomadic rose. Oh yeah, tie the red if you did it in the sky. Yeah, I'm just not sure because I want enough of a contrast. Kim says early morning. Oz is the evening when I can talk to my bestie in Virginia. Oh, Oz, that's so not Oz color. She's obviously in Australia and she has a friend in Virginia. Oh, blood dripping moon. When the sun is up. Yeah, button the stream. Yeah, Siri's answering me, Vicky. Siri is going to tell me what time of day. And I did the British accent, Siri. You know, you can choose that what kind of voice you want. So I have a man, a British man. GCB, I treasure them all. You have energy. Peaceful time is in the afternoon, but yeah, dinner is awesome because there's food and nighttime. Aw, you like all the times. Well, see, the question did continue on when your favorite day of the week, your favorite day of the year. All right, so what's y'all's favorite day of the year? Like, do you like Christmas, Thanksgiving? Do you have a special holiday? Is it your kid's birthday, your birthday? What's your favorite day? I'm sorry, your favorite day of the year. Did you see that video of a cute little girl having a conversation? I did, Vicky. The little girl talking to Siri. Yeah, if y'all miss that, if you just go on YouTube and put in the search little girl Siri conversation or something like that. Dorothy likes Easter Sunday. Elizabeth is the 4th of July. Oh, birthday. Oh, in July, your birthday. Okay. Janet likes Thanksgiving. Aaron likes Halloween. Kate, hands down, Thanksgiving. Halloween. Another Abby girl, Halloween. Family dinners first Sunday of the month. That's nice, Valerie. Jay love her birthday. Uh-oh. There we go. I haven't jiggled my mouse in a while. Don't have a favorite holiday. Janice is not in April 25th, not too hot, not too cold. Like you're a weather person then, Janice. You're affected by the weather. Dazzle Desire, Mom's birthday, so the whole family's together. That's nice, Dazzled. Nat's Halloween. Eileen's her birthday, but it only happens every 5 years. Good one, Eileen. Oh, TNT is the Resurrection Day. Oz is Christmas. Vicky's just not a holiday gal. Kay, it's her birthday. And hi, Kay. Welcome to the stream if I haven't met you yet. My daughter's birthday. Okay, guys, while y'all finish telling each other that answer to that question, I'm going to run get some hot coffee because my throat's getting dry. So let me go get some coffee and I'll be right back. Siri, don't talk while I'm gone. Okay. Cup of coffee. A half, well, actually, it's a quarter of a donut. Okay. Next question. Okay. You know how you can have a newspaper or milk delivered to your doorstep every morning? If you could have any item delivered, now this is going to be good. If you could have any item delivered to your door, what would it be? And Janet, that does not include the hunky UPS man. He's not included. So if you could have something delivered to your door every morning, oh, the sun's coming out. Pretty. Every morning, what, Nina, would you get one Faber-Castell Polychromos every morning? Button said Hokey Pokey ice cream. Janet said her hunky UPS guy could bring her a dirty diaper and she'd be happy. You're such a cougar. A chef, Vicky said. Yeah, I think I'd go with the chef too. Your Starbucks order, Aaron said. An already cooked meal. Dorothy already gets hers delivered every day. Breakfast, J-Love. A box of money every morning. And hi, by the way, Carol Renee. Marmite? You mean like Vegemite? Another Kate is Starbucks. Coffee, Dr. Pepper for Dazzled. Art supplies, fresh cut flowers. Oh, that's nice, Miss Kim. A lot of them are going with the coffee and the cooked meal. French toast and bacon shells. I make good French toast. Hubster makes great waffles. We haven't had French toast in a while. Again, that's my mom's recipe. Potato salad, French toast. Anything I know how to cook, it's my mom or my mother-in-law. I don't know how to make anything on my own. Ready-made margarita every day with a basket of limes. Oh my gosh, you need to go live on a resort. A housekeeper. Good, Blue. Okay, I got to decide real quick. I'm going to keep reading chat while I decide on my moon. Because I know, all right, let me get red. I know I'm going to want his tongue. A housekeeper, coffee and breakfast. I know I want his tongue to be red. So I'm going to do that. Okay, Kate, have a good teaching day. Give a little piece before work. Okay, Kate, thanks for stopping in. Put us on the big screen in the classroom, Kate, and just let them watch us. We'll behave. Well, we'll try. Well, I know we might have to kind of tell Janet to behave, but, Okay, so if that's the case, you pick a white moon. Well, see, I was thinking like white with blue, shadow. A gold moon. Now, well, I think it might, a gold would be pretty, but do you think it might detract from him? I mean, because like the gold, I'm just not sure. I'm going to go ahead and do his claws red. And after I do the tree, I might do some drippy, claws or something. That would be like a final, or even put some stickles, red stickles. Yeah, put us on the big screen in our classroom. Artistic Biker's done, he's had us on big screen before. See, now, it's going to have to be drippy, otherwise it's going to look like nail polish, right? An orange moon. Because I don't want it to look like it's nail polish. I'm going to have to really, I'll have to get these, more... So let me just go ahead and put a coat of red on him now. If it ends up being red nail polish, oh well. Yes, he's a werewolf. But this little pop of red, again, I don't know if I want to do a red moon. And I'm just doing it solid red for now. I can go back in there with some white Posca and get more highlights or something if I need to. Right now I'm just getting them all red, just solid red. Poor Wolfie, putting in the red line. Hey, is that you, Clarissa? Okay. It does stand out. It does make it stand out, if nothing else. So I'm thinking we might have to have a red moon. Werewolf of London. Yeah. Doesn't need no Manny. Oh, no man. A man. I thought you were talking about a Manny Petty. Okay, so I have to decide. If I'm going to have a lot of red in the trees, then I don't want a red. I'm just thinking the moon. Maybe we should go with silver. Gray and silver? A silver moon? So if I'm going to go with silver, then I'll just go with some gray. But see, there's so much in his face. I don't want it to get lost. I'm thinking maybe, it's a tricky business, this color booking, isn't it? I think the gray would be nice, as long as I can keep, like, for instance, here. I won't do, I'll just have a very little bit right in here. Nothing too dramatic to take away. Because, see, I don't want this to look like it's part of his mouth, right? So I can kind of just, I'll carry that over myself. There's not a connection right there, but I'm going to connect some of this just so it doesn't look like that's part of his mouth. See what I mean? By connecting that right there, it kind of took it away from his looking like an open mouth. And then I'll put silver. We could put our some kind of stickles. Let's just put this could have a glow on there. I would probably have this glow right over the tree. But since I haven't colored the tree yet, it's Arbor Day. Is it really Arbor Day? I don't know when Arbor Day is. I plan on your moon. Red. Oh, a red moon. Yeah. Well, I thought about that, but I want to add like more in red in the trees. So we're going to go with a gray moon. And shine and we'll put a Winkostella on it. Or we could put silver. I could put silver stickles if I have some. I'll have to see what colors I have. So I'm just kind of doing some. Yeah, I didn't want to do blue. I mean, we did Blue Moon for Eileen's Blue Fish, but I didn't want to do another Blue Moon. So we're going to go with a silver moon. See how he's got some, he's going to have a little blood dripping off there. I have to add more. It's not enough. Probably need a little bit off of those fangs, right? Marilyn said, ask Siri. So I don't know what Siri would do. Siri? Oh, wait, I clicked the thing. Hang on. Siri? Are you there, Siri?
I'm everywhere.
I'm everywhere, Dede. What color is the moon? Siri, what color is the moon? Siri, wake up. Siri. I know you're everywhere, but are you here? Siri, are you here? I don't know what happened to Siri. Siri! I don't know. I guess Siri went back to sleep. He always answers when you don't want him to. Siri's stalking me. Yeah, Siri is a British man. I don't know. Let's see if I can. Let me just bring it. Hang on. Siri, are you there? Where are you, Siri? Siri, are you there? Siri, wake up. I don't know what happened to Siri. Too difficult of a question. Siri's out trying to find the moon for me. That's right, Eileen. Oh my gosh. Okay. I gotta work on Siri. All right, let's see. I've got to tell you the truth, guys. I don't ever really use Siri, but yeah, you can change voices. I have it as a British man. Scared Siri to death. Okay, so let's see here. I'm going to connect a little bit more dark area here. Alrighty. So, and again, this right here, after I do the tree, I'd like this to shoot out, you know, some glow and another glow here. Maybe add another glow up here. So I'll add my own glow. Yeah, y'all scared Siri off. All right. Alrighty, I think that's good on the moon because I'm going to add the silver, right? And we haven't lost his face. Now, the tree. I want to spend about 30 minutes more on this. Oh, let's ask another question. Maybe if I ask a question, Siri will answer. If you could have the voice of any famous person, living or deceased, whose voice would you want to claim as your own? And it probably wouldn't be Siri's. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see. I'm going to think. So I'll probably do a wash on the tree. So let's see my Neo colors here. Do I want like a red, brown? Probably. So whose voice would y'all want? Let's see, this color here is, need my magnet. Elvis, Kathleen Hunter, Siri is Sean Connery. Oh, see, Marilyn. Yeah, I'd have to have Sean Connery. I want Sean Connery's voice. Okay, so this is Alizarin Crimson. Yeah. We're going to start with the Alizarin Crimson as the tree basis. So, let's get a water brush. Is there water in there? Yeah. Lee Marvin. If you were a man, yeah. Yeah, Katharine Hepburn's a good one, too. I mean, they're very distinguished, right? Jean would like Bette Midler or Elton John, her favorite singers. I think we could have probably guessed that one. Reba McEntire, Sam Elliott. Oh, Sam Elliott's got an awesome voice. Good one, Shalene. That's a good one. Okay. Do I need to just color this on a tray? Oh, it's all right. I'll do it this way. If you color it on the tray and then pick it up with the tray, it's more concentrated because you've scribbled out a big hunk of it. And I don't like to color on the page. I mean, you can do this, but then you have to fight to get those lines gone. And, you know, I'd rather just scribble on a page. I mean, on a tray, and then do it. So, Andre, I don't know who that is. I wanted to say, I thought you were talking about, what's the diver? Cousteau. What's his name? The original Cousteau. There's the son does a Cousteau thing too. Carrie Underwood. You don't want to sound like Sam Elliott. Yeah, well, see, these are probably just voices we want to hear in our head, right? Vicky said Carly Simon. And remember, guys, if you want it darker, like another layer, let that layer dry before you add more layers. And see, we can make that. We can add some highlights to this if we want, where it's in the red up there, or we could just leave it like that. Jacques Cousteau. Thank you. Why couldn't I think of Jacques Cousteau? I don't know. Lately, I'm terrible on names. I know it's because I'm doing so many rabbit trails in the show. I'm trying to think of so many things at once. And leave it a little watercolory like that, like some areas light, some dark. So when you go to put some pencil on it, you know, you got some areas that are light and some that are dark. I just want the whole thing to have kind of a watercolory wash over the whole thing. Emma Stone. All right. That question was just okay. We need another question. All right, next question. Of all the movie characters you have seen, which one do you believe is the most like you? That's a good one. Of all the movie characters, movie actors, actresses that you've seen, who's the most, who do you believe is most like you? Yeah, Tara Teresa, for singing voices, yeah, we could all pick some great singers that we'd like to be able to sing like. I mean, I'd pick anybody because I can't sing at all. So, so who do you believe is most like you? Movie characters. Okay, movie characters. That doesn't mean like necessarily the actor. Like I like Sherlock Holmes, but does that mean that I'm like Basil Rathbone? You know, no. You know what I'm saying? Is that the voice, Vicky, or who you are most like? Dazzled. No one's like me. I'm an original. Yeah, a character like Doctor Who, or you know, not necessarily an actor. And remember, it's who's the most like you. It doesn't mean that they're, you know, you have to be like them. Okay, I'm trying to decide here. Yeah, that's all tree. That's all tree down here. Hi, Miss Kitty. We're asking chat pack questions while we're coloring. And I always forget that I'm holding this. And remember when I did the blue last week or the week before, my whole hand was blue. Because my hand gets hot and I'm holding a crayon. And, you know, the first thing that popped in my head was Free Willy. Sally Field. What did Janet say? I missed what Janet said. Maybe it was a good thing I missed what Janet said. I don't know. Yeah, well, you know, you're not sure, you know, don't answer. I mean, they're meant to be thoughtful, right? You know, make you think. All right, see, I'm going to have to highlight his claws because they're getting lost in the tree. See, that's the thing I was talking about when we started this, is like, you got to think of what the, you know, if I'm going to use red next to red or silver next to gray. Roseanne. Betty Davis. Oh, Betty Davis, Janet. But anyway, just to, kind of make it think. Okay, this root I'm going to have come down here and kind of maybe come down there like that. But I'll probably have gray rocks down here, because there's nothing else gray down here, and that'll tie it all together. But I'll have to work on his claws because they're not popping out from the background. I'll have to have some red stickles or something. I said no one because I am one of a kind. That's for sure, Sassy Pants. You are. That's for sure. All right. I'm going to just keep chatting, and I'm going to get all the base coat down the trees, because see, this will get us really far along here. Getting the base coat of the trees done. Now I am going to have to, it's going to be a little tricky around some of these bats. Not movie, but Dorothy from Golden Girls. I haven't watched Golden Girls in so long, I don't know which ones was which. And see, one of the things about with paint or any kind of water soluble medium, you can get in the ditch there of your book. What color red did you use for the mouth and claws? Just red. Oh, I think it's just crimson red. Oh, that's the wrong one. Wait, here. Let's see. Yeah, crimson red. Well, I'll ask y'all this, because I have my own answer for this one, and I've told it to y'all before, but I'm just gonna ask y'all this question. If you could have been, if money and education, whatever, was no object, what profession, and keep it family friendly, I'm just teasing you, Janet. Janet and I tease each other all the time. What profession, if you could have been anything, what would you have been? Would it have been a doctor or what? What would y'all? Blanche. Okay, Blanche. Okay, yeah. B. Arthur was Dorothy. Okay, gotcha, Jean. Thanks. I couldn't remember. If you could be any profession, what would it be? Like, did you have a dream as a child to be something? And maybe now you're grown up and go, I'm glad I didn't pick that. But what would it be? I'll tell you what mine is after y'all are all done. A queen. Eileen, I love you. Eileen said a queen. Hey. A singer. Teresa said a singer. Vicky said a singer. Like a Stevie Nicks type. Good one, Vicky. Jean luckily got to be a teacher, so she got to have her dream profession. Oh, and a music teacher, Jean. Okay, Jessica said a singer or a dancer. Blue Moon said a nurse. Vicky, or an actor. Valerie said in the arts for sure. Dazzle, a child therapist. Well, Dazzle, I think you're still on your way to picking, you're still young, right? Like, aren't you just barely 18 or something? So you can still do that. Child therapist. Oz said a medical researcher. TNT said a ballet dancer. Button said got to be hers a mother. Oh, Button. Aaron said an astronaut or an actor. If I didn't have, yeah, if you're, and this is barring any kind of medical things, guys. Jen says retired. Jen. Carol Renee said a doctor who specializes in Alzheimer's. That would probably be a researcher. See, I always love research. Marine biologist. Nomadic Rose said a decorator. Kimberly said. Nina, a pediatric surgeon. Yeah, Boo wants to be a brain surgeon. She wants to go to Yale Medical School. I said, get those scholarships, girl. I think that's because she binged watched, what's that medical show? She watched all those on, I forget which one it was now. But anyway, Miss Kitty says, I'm a psychologist, but I'd rather be in graphics designer or a colorist. Miss Kim said Valerie Bertinelli. Vicky, a novelist. Vicky S., a novelist. Button, a lady of leisure. Yeah, Button said for Jen. Yeah, retired. Dazzle said you're new. Oh, you're new. Oh, okay. Okay, okay. Gotcha. I'm having to go around all these bats now. I got to kind of find my way around the bats because it's got a little batty in here. Yeah, I know I know there's a lag, guys. I'm trying to give everybody plenty of time to answer questions. A little bit of red in the tail, just like maybe the trees kind of. Some of it's a tail, some of it's a tree. Grey's Anatomy. That's what it was. I think it was Grey's Anatomy that Abu binge watched. And said she wanted to be a brain surgeon. But not just any brain surgeon. She wanted to graduate from Yale. I don't know what she picked that one from. You want to be Captain Kirk from the original series. Okay, Natalie. Now, if anybody has a dog or a cat that's going to get freaked out by sounds, be aware. Does anybody know what this is? Chatty said a fashion designer. Yeah, and I know we're just imagining if what do you call it? Health was not an issue. Okay, I'll give everybody a minute before I do this because it's going to be kind of loud. Let me get this last tree. I'm going around the bats that I haven't finished coloring yet, and like 8 birds. The moon, Pantone loads plus swatch. I missed something that Dot said, something about Pantone swatches. It rolled right off. Okay, Elizabeth. Ding, 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 ding. You picked my profession. That's what I wanted to be. An archaeologist. That was my chosen, if I could have, woulda, shoulda. And because you could draw, too. Well, back then, now you probably photograph everything and you know, I don't know how much drawing archaeologists actually do these days, but hey, West Virginia. I haven't played it yet, Nomadic Rose. No, I haven't. If you're talking about this, I haven't done it yet. I was waiting for all the, the chat lag. So hang on. All right. Wait for it. Yeah. Oh, my answer is archaeologist. Some kind of researcher. I still do my own research on things because I love to research. I love research. Or it could have been a librarian. An archaeologist or a librarian. I mean, I love research. Give me something to look up. I mean, if I find some people on my history groups online, they say, well, I wonder, oh, that's a bird arm there. That's all right. He's going to be gray. I'll go look it up. I'll go look up anything. Yeah, there is. Oh, yeah, there's plenty of things to find in archaeology. I'm just wondering about how much people actually do drawing anymore. Like draw everything. I mean, they probably just got their phones. Just get your phone out. Take a picture. Dorothy says she wanted to be a scientist, and I am. Yeah. Dr. Dot. I love research. Now, I gotta say, medical research, not so much. Not medical, but like Dot, like medical research. But no, not medical. More history. I'm more history oriented. How do you want to go back to school for librarian? I should have been a detective. I love Sherlock Holmes. But then again, that goes to the research part. I wouldn't want to go out and fight the bad guys. I just want to I'd want to stay home and do the research. Oh, there's some black around that. Well, that's okay. I'll do that with a pencil. Okay, so let's get these little roots down here. A photo safari guide in Africa. Photo safari guide. You like the danger, Eileen. I can see you on Hatari. jumping and bouncing around on that Jeep with John Wayne. They still sketch out facial structures and how they found the things and symbols. Yeah, I guess they would do the what do you call it? Lettering and glyphs and things like that. Yeah. But still, everything's your iPhone takes better pictures than anything. I also wouldn't mind being a crime scene investigator. Yeah, not me. My sister Jody always wanted to be in that. She would have been a great. She likes research too, and that's how we found out all our what little we have found on our ancestry. That's a rock right there. Got to do that gray. Jody likes research, but she likes crime scene. She would be a crime scene investigator too. I just love to see animals in the wild. Aww. I'm almost done with all the trees, the base coat of the trees, guys. Now I want to quickly do the ground in gray, and then maybe do a little bit of shading on the tree. We didn't get very far because I wanted to keep this at 2 hours for this catch-up color book page. But, getting to see quite a bit. Let's see what else. Kimberly said, my medical research consists of me putting my illness in Google. Yeah, I'm not one on medical. That's just not me. Now, Annie, my youngest daughter, she's an RN. And she put herself through nursing school. And she's been an RN for, out in LA for years. A zookeeper. Okay. All right, so real quick, let me show you this. I gave y'all fair warning. It's loud. Maybe I should turn my volume down because it's loud, guys. Let me turn my volume down. Hang on. I'll turn my volume down. Now that takes a minute to stop. I'll move it away till it stops. There it goes. And then the last one that it does, see if I can get it to do it. Wait. You wave your hand in front of it. And it does the sound of the doors opening. Okay, that's all. Oh. Let's put it away. It's not going to stop the door opening sound. Oh my gosh, let me see if I can turn that off. Hang on. Uh-oh. I need to get it in the middle. It should stop in a second. I told you, I warned y'all about the animals. I warned you about the cats and dogs. Okay, now I'm going to get a gray. Let's see, I'm going to go with the dark gray, kind of the same gray I used in the wolf. Because I want to just do the, real quick. Let me pull my little color thing down here. And I'm going to do this kind of really sloppy because I'm going to want this to look like rocks. So I'm not going to want it very neat. And that's a rock right there too. Because I'm going to go over it with pencil too, right? This is just the base coat. See how it's real messy? Thanks for the Star Trek intermission. Okay, let me get this right here and I'll ask one more question on this segment. I might have to do another, because I really want to do this whole wolf on film, on camera, but we haven't even put the glitter on the moon. So I think I might at least get that far. And then maybe the next time we'll do the trees. Because I have been just not doing this one in my spare time and leaving it for when I'm here with you guys. Okay, one more question. that one's not very, that's kind of hard to translate it. Nah, that one neither. That's not interesting. Meh. Okay, this is a good one. Yeah, they're supposed to be bloody, Suzanne, but right now they just look like nail polish. Okay, what is one vacation destination that many people thinks is just fabulous? And I know Jean's answer to this one, but which you personally have no desire to ever visit or revisit. Now, y'all can answer that real quick while I finish up the rocks down here. And it's just, I'm just doing it kind of sloppy because I want it to look like dirt and gravel. Go watch Voyager. I love Voyager. I love Voyager. I like all the Star Treks, though. Even the original ones. But I think my first two loves, when I was probably in, junior high, I loved reading sci-fi, so I always loved sci-fi, and well, probably even before junior high, I always loved sci-fi, and detectives. Like I read all of Sean Connery. You know what? Not Sean Connery. See where my head goes when I think of 007. Sean Connery. I read all of 007 books before I even knew there were movies. I read all of Ian Fleming books way before I ever saw. I wasn't old enough to see the movies, but I read the books. Yeah, I knew Jean was beach. Yeah, Jean would not like to go to the beach. A lot of y'all are saying the beach. Any place that has hot weather. Eileen said New Orleans. LA, what a nightmare. Would have to visit very hot places. Hate to visit hot places, yeah. I guess a lot of people it's beach, yeah, or hot. I don't mind the beach as long as you're on the beach and there's a breeze. It's the thing is like Florida, and Eileen will probably say, yeah, I know. Once you get away from the water, it's like a sauna. It's like stifling. If there's no breeze, I don't want to be in Florida. If I'm on the beach and there's a breeze all day, I could be there all day. Really, Julie Topaz? Yeah. And a lot of people, here's the thing. I wouldn't mind living on a beach because you'd have the breeze, the water. Here's the thing I don't like about the beach is when hurricane season hits, you got to pack up everything and go. Just on the threat of a hurricane. I don't want to have to pack up anything I think is valuable twice a year or whatever. You know what I mean? Could you run the... Oh, yes, I guess I could turn my volume back up. Thank you. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, I turned it down for the, for the Star Trek. There you go. Water park. I loved swimming and diving when I was a kid and all. Loved swimming and diving. Now, yeah, not much into that. I like I like metal detecting. Again, that's the explorer. Okay, let me put this gray down and let's do, I'm going to, you know what, it's so stark now. Nothing's going to be, I'm going to need at least a shimmer of gray, like a medium gray. Let's see, which gray do I want? A light gray. I just want to get the white off. I want to get the white. Let me take a light gray and just put enough of a wash on the moon to get the white gone, because I'm getting ready to put some stickles on it, and then we have to set this aside to dry, because and remember what I said about stickles is if you put stickles on your color book, make sure you blend it out so it's not lumpy and bumpy. Did you watch Spy? Oh, I missed it. Something in the 60s, probably. I didn't see what it was though. Natalie. Okay. I just want to get rid of the harsh white of the moon. I like swimming in your own pool, not a public pool with tons of people who have access to it. I'm not much of a sit by the pool person either. If I'm going to just like sit out and get some sun, I just as soon it be in my backyard with a thing to, you know, spray some water on me, a fan. I'll take a fan outside, sit on my back porch with a fan and a spray of water and a book, and, you know, sit out there. Okay. All right, I think you can get stickles. Well, it doesn't have to be stickles. It can be shiny paint. We could use, let's use silver paint. Let's just, for the sake of it, we'll use silver paint. Let me see, where's my lid here? Let me clean my brush. Kleenex here. And to clean my water brush, I just squeeze out some water on a Kleenex, and that cleans it like that. All right. Let's see here. And this may be a wash. I don't know if there's, which is fine because that's all I need. All right, so I'm going to squeeze out. I think this might be a wash. I might have already watered down this, what was left in it. Now, where's my brush? Just had a brush here. Where'd it go? Where'd my brush go? Well, I'll get another brush. I don't know where my brush went. All right, now this is, it's already pretty watered down because I think there was just a little bit left in there because I can tell by the shake that that's watered down. So let's see what we can do here. I want to just add a coat of silver. If I get some on the teeth, I can go back in there with the Posca. Right. I'm just going to go over the whole moon. Might need just one little dab of water, because I don't want it so thick it's going to cover up all my moon craters. See, it's easily covering up my moon craters if I'm not careful. Hang on, guys, I'm not looking at chat for just a second. Let me get this on here. So the next project I want to do, what time is it? Okay, see, I wanted to keep this at 2 hours, so we're just over. The next project I want to do is I want to do a Copic color page with maybe Holby pencil shading. Because, you know, we got to play with our markers. That was the plan. So many projects, so little time. And again, guys, I may stream early in the morning. We'll see. Because Hubster's off Monday and Tuesday. I'm still streaming Monday. As far as, you know, as far as I plan. I'm going to stream. Okay, so it's a little shiny. I'm still thinking I may want to add some Winka Stella to it. I think I might. Anyway. Okay, but let me show you what it looks like so far. Get my heat going. Okay, so here's a little bit of shine on the moon. See, it's a little shimmery. There we go. See how shimmery that is? Kind of like the gold on his fur. Not as shimmery. The gold is brighter than the silver, but you can see it's a little shimmery. Now let me dry it, and then I think I'll put some Winka Stella on it. Okay. Here. Okay. More sparkle. Okay, so now I'm going to just put Winka Stella on the moon. And then that's all we're going to do for this page today. We have to still do the tree, or the trees, the ground. I, of course, have to finish him. But all this is going to be finished the same way this is. It's all going to be the same exact thing. So if I do work anything on him, it'll be on his body and not the trees. I'll keep the trees for the next, you know, maybe a little bit. We'll see. I can't promise anything. You know, it all depends on how much time. So I'm going to get in there. And I'll go back over his teeth with a white Posca. And the, you know, dripping blood and all that too. Okay. It's a glitter pen. It's called Winkastella. It's a glitter pen. You can find it on just Amazon. Okay, so let's show you that now. It's even more shimmery. See? There we go. So yeah, so now what we have to do, we have to do the trees. I'm going to have to work on how I want to do his claws. And then, of course, we have a few more birds and bats to finish, his tail. But we're getting there. It's coming along. See, I want to do more dark down here. You know, more shading with pencil for the rocks. And the dirt and the ground. So yeah. So I hope y'all enjoyed doing a little bit more on the werewolf. And just, you know, I'm kind of just making my own little bumps and lumps and stuff. I don't want it too flat. I want it to look rocky and, you know, maybe put some little rocks and dots and whatnot in there to make it look more. And I'll add a couple shades of dirt. So you can kind of see how this is going. Dramatic. Yeah, thanks, Funda. That's the idea. We want him dramatic. Let me just add this one layer all across the bottom. There's a rock right there. Could put a few more. So, hope everybody's having a good Friday and fun and having a little bit of chillaxing. This is just an initial little scribble for the dirt. Okay, got any questions or anything, guys, before we stop this segment? I'm going to start another one. As soon as, oh, this is a rock too. Remember I said that was a rock. I accidentally started coloring as a tree. Get some shadow under some more rocks and stuff. Some more shading under his feet. Alright, I'm just want to get all the way across here. And then I need a little bit of black, right, because I miss painting. I miss painting right along there. Alright. And we'll maybe do the trees next time. But now he got a little bit of shadow under his feet where it looks like he's kind of sitting, you know, his feet are kind of sitting down there. Right? And then again, I'd probably get in here in the darkest little crevices of the shading. Real dark. Right in here, like between his toes. Like he's got some toe jam or something. So it kind of sets his foot down on the ground. This one is like he's half lifting it up, I think, because it's not touching the tree there. So it'll just be a little bit of shadow there. And then this one. And then blend that little shadow out a little. No questions? Alright guys, well I'm going to stop this video. I'm not leaving you guys, but if you're watching this on YouTube, thanks for watching. I want to continue this, at least the trees. I want to do something with the tree on film, so, or on video rather. Film. I'm going to do it on film. All those old questions. Got you living in the past. Which brand? Oh, you can't. I don't think they make this anymore, Melody. This heat gun's like 25 years old. It's a Marvy Uchida. I mean, I guess Marvy still makes them, but they're not going to make this one. And we are happy to have it because we thought we lost it once. But yeah, it's a Marvy Uchida. Me and Paula and a couple other people. And they've lasted forever. Seriously. It's a Marvy. Yeah. Okay, guys, so I'm going to stop this video. Again, we're going to do, you know, some on the tree later. And we've got to finish. I might finish the bats and the birds off camera. Because y'all, I've already filmed how to, I've already videoed how to do that. Alright guys, so hang loose and I will be right back. Thanks everybody on YouTube for watching. Bye.